And we are on the beautiful shores of Lake D'Arbonne on an overcast gray day. But after all, it is winter. It's January 6th. And what we have here is we got him jumping into the boat. It is a podcast with Gregg Terzia and is presented by MediaBass.com, the North Louisiana division. And that's a reminder for you to get signed up for the 2024 campaign. We do want to thank Rhett's Tails and Shells for opening up the house. By the way, they're open from 4 until 9 now, Monday through Friday. Crawfish season's getting in gear, so you want to follow all of the specials and all of the events that Rhett's throws here. And again, kudos to Rhett's for opening up for MediaBass.com. We're looking at these. Boy, Greg, your guests aren't really smiling or something. I mean,
they've been in the woods.
We got up early. It's duck season. We woke up really early this morning.
You know, one thing about you guys, it's hard for me to get you guys to fish that first event we always have in January every year because I just can't get y'all out of the woods. Y'all fish or hunt to the very last day. You know,
I'm gonna send around I was gonna send around a petition to try to postpone everything till after the end of January. Can't start till February. But I mean, I don't think anybody would sign it with me. I think we're on an island, you know.
Yeah, I think you are on that. I'm sorry about that. Well, okay, so last year you guys had a really good season. Y'all finished 8th on D'Arbonne in March with 15-16. Y'all finished 5th on D'Arbonne in April with 16-13, and y'all finished 8th on the Ouachita River, believe it or not, with 6-14. That was one of the toughest events that we had for forever, and as long as I've been running tournaments, and you guys managed to finish in the top 10. That's the thing I want to talk to y'all about. First thing is you guys are consistently in the top 10, and is there any magic to that? How do y'all always remain at the top, man?
I don't know. We're probably not as versatile as all these other guys. We kind of, I guess Taylor's way more versatile than I am, you know.
Right.
I guess we sort of do what we do and you know, just try to be consistent as we can be. The bad thing is last year, he and I were talking about, we really missed some opportunities. I mean, as early especially, the early tournament at Claiborne, we have a top 2 or 3 bag and we didn't even weigh in. Just really had some bad luck out of the gate, but I think that for the most part, he can probably add to it, but we just try to do what we do, stay comfortable within ourselves and keep our heads down. We don't run around a whole lot, you know, we just kind of lock down on what we got.
That brings up another thing, keeping your heads down and trying to keep things simple. This is a father and son team right here. I work with my dad, you guys fish together. So I know that sometimes maybe you might have your differences on the water.
Ooh.
So get me in the cob boat for a minute. Every now and then.
Are you sure you want to be there?
Well, I mean, I imagine there's some things that happen from time to time where y'all might have differences, and how do y'all work it out? Because apparently y'all do work it out because you guys are always in the top 10, man. Tell me something.
I'll tell you what, the best thing I ever did as far as his fishing is for a lot of the years that he started in competitive fishing, I didn't fish with him. And that was on purpose. I helped him by not helping him. I wanted him to make his own mistakes. I wanted him to screw up. I wanted him to learn his own places. And did. And his own, so that because I knew one day we would fish together. I had a longtime partner, Mickey Fontana. Everybody that knows me knows that. 28 years, 7 years, I think we fished together. And I knew Taylor and I would fish together one day. So I didn't want him to be what I am. I mean, I wanted to be better, you know, and be more diverse. And that's helped us because the hardest part for me is trying to encourage him to feel comfortable to tell me to do something else.
Right.
Let's get away from this, go do something else. After I've knocked him in the head 3 or 4 times, which doesn't really hurt him, then I get that. You know, he'll chime in.
Anything on that, Taylor?
I mean, we get into it every once in a while, but it's never anything bad. The worst one was probably our best finish last year was on the river. He threw up in a tree, and we had been arguing all morning. He threw up in a tree.
It was your fault.
It wasn't my fault. It was your fault. I didn't cast it for you. He threw up in a tree, and I went up there and got on the front. He broke off. He was mad, and I got up on the front. He was retying, and he said, get in the back. He said, whenever you buy one of these things, you can run the trolling motor. I said, well, you can't really argue with that. So
yeah, right.
back to the back, I went, and sat there, and the next time he broke off, I just let us blow up into a bush, into a tree, and let him deal with it. So, I mean,
It works out though. I mean, listen,
there's a whole lot. The highs are a whole lot higher than the lows. I tell you that.
that's right.
That's awesome.
right.
So, you know, back in the day when I was fishing a lot of these media events, there was one tournament where you and I were, and you, I don't even know if you remember this, but we're basically racing to the same spot. I didn't know you were going to where I was fishing at. And I shut down and you stayed back, you know, and which was cool, you know, I didn't, and then, but one thing you did say is, hey, you're sitting on top of the fish, you know. You hollered that out at me. Do you remember that?
I do remember.
And,
now that you bring it up,
yeah,
I do remember that.
so, and apparently I might have been, because I don't think I caught but maybe one or two there, and then you probably came in there and did what you needed to do.
No, you'd spooked them.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
I spooked them. All right. So this brings up the other topic. You guys are one of the most respected teams on the trail. You guys maintain in the top 10. When you're consistently winning, people are going to talk, you know. And I'm a tournament director, so I hear a lot of stuff. And never heard a single bad word about y'all. So on and off the water, you guys are top notch. Any words of advice to how you're just so liked, man? I mean,
Well,
you know, when Craig and Taylor do good, I hear everybody, man, Craig and Taylor did great. You know, that's awesome. You know, I don't ever hear any rumblings, man. So
that probably means more to me than any win. To be honest with you, we fish against some of the best humans I know. I really mean that. I've said that so many times, but these guys, the ones you're going to talk to with this, and other guys that aren't here, I mean, I think the world of all of them. I don't have any beef with anybody. But as far as on the water, I come from old school. Etiquette, old school, right?
Old school.
Etiquette, that's enough. Etiquette means everything.
Yeah.
I mean that. It's, to me, it's more important to have class and fish right around people than it is to try to barge in and win. It's hard sometimes, but the reward's there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just no reason to be bullish on the water. We fish small lakes, little bitty lakes. We have to share water together. Best thing to do is just to move on. There are other fish, and you know, be happy for other people when they do well. Listen, the reason I told you that you want, because I want to see you catch them. Look, if you're going to get it, you beat me to them. You catch those fish.
I think you kind of got in my head a little bit when you said that. I believe I made a cast and got hung up, and it was just kind of everything went down.
It all went awry.
Everything went down.
It was mind games. That's what I was
Well,
doing.
you were playing mind games, but at the same time, you were being respectful. So you know, that's that.
It's just the right way.
Yeah, it's the right way, and you guys are, in
and
my
more
opinion, and I'll talk to some of these other guys out here. You guys are at the top as far as respect. One other question I have for y'all, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Like you said, you've been fishing for years. The sport is changing with the live scope and the forward-facing sonar. Are you guys using that a lot, or are y'all kind of in between?
Yeah.
Where are we at on that with you guys?
I would say in between. We use it. I'm not as proficient with it as some of these other guys you talk to. What I've tried to do is figure out more than how to use it, how much I should be using it.
Right.
Because it has cost me as much as it has helped me.
Right.
The good news is where we live, this is my thoughts on live scope, where we live, it's going to be tempered a little bit because from, let's say mid-March, maybe late March, maybe even early March, depending on the weather, on through till we get to about May, I think I can probably compete with most of the live scope guys if I never turn the unit on.
Right.
So I've got 3 months of tournament fishing where I welcome them to use it,
Yeah.
and I won't use it,
Yeah.
right? And I think I can be there right in the hunt.
I mean, you always are in the hunt,
So that's, but now as far as, look, somebody that uses it for my part is not a worse fisherman. He's a different fisherman.
right.
And I'm not great with it, so I try to control how much I depend on it
Okay.
and try to keep myself doing what I'm best at.
That's good stuff. Taylor, you got anything on that, or did he kind of hit everything?
No,
On the spot.
I end up fighting it more often than anything else. I mean, I have caught some fish using it, and some good ones, but more often than not, I'm more of a put my head down and
That's how I am.
And that's okay. That's okay here. You know, I mean, we're not on Wheeler, we're not on Tennessee River Valley ledge lakes and things like that. And I know these guys out here, I mean, they sting them on it, and they have destroyed me in tournaments on it.
And the
But
tournaments,
I think it'll come cycle when they get shallow and it kind of goes by the wayside, and I'll still be there.
And the tournaments where it dominates will be a no factor, and everybody else who's talked about it will be up there in the top. It is what it is.
Yep.
It's part of it.
Well, hey guys, I just want to thank y'all for showing up today. I know it's hard for me to get y'all out of the woods during hunting season. And are y'all going back out there now?
We actually killed some ducks early this morning, which is why I was on time. And we were going to go fishing tomorrow, but since we did, I'm probably going back duck hunting. I will probably make my first cast. When's the first tournament?
January 27th.
That'll probably be my first cast right there.
Well, you got plenty of experience, so I don't think you have any worries on that. So, Rick, do we have anything to say on any questions for Craig and Taylor?
No, we're good. Job well done, gentlemen.
Well, hey, good luck in the upcoming season. We
Looking
look forward
forward to
having
it.
y'all.
And look, thank you